Kernan, who took vials that were given to him, stuff that was actually injected in people. There was leftover stuff in the vials, and he tested a bunch of these things, found DNA contamination across the board. So what you're left with is a promoter, which is a genetic trigger that we know is common in lab techniques, and it originally comes from simian virus 40, and we know that it's carcinogenic. So that promoter is left over in vials from shots that were actually injected into people. And that means that all of the things that we were told about the potential for these mRNA shots to integrate into your genome, that was impossible, they told us, right? Well, first of all, it's not impossible. There's lots of interesting stuff that goes on in cells that involves, reverse transcription and things like that. But even what we were told, that there's no DNA, so integration is not an issue, is a lie, because there is DNA left over in these vials, and it's not just some old DNA, it's DNA with the SV40 promoter, which is a genetic engineering tool that has carcinogenic potential. So it seems to me this is clear fraud. You can't inject a different product into the public on the basis of safety testing that was done with something produced by a different process.
Could you explain how they got this SV40 from these monkeys? Like what and how it got into these vaccines?
Well, I wish
and other vaccines in the past as well, right?
I will tell you what I think I remember from the story. I should probably have brushed up on it if we were going to talk about this, but I believe that the story is that in the production of early polio vaccines, monkey kidneys were used, and SV40 was a virus that I think was unknown, that showed up, that because you're using cells and viruses infect cells, that SV40 showed up in that process. So anyway, I wish I was more certain of what the story is.
So the monkey kidneys, the virus from the monkey kidneys got into whatever this vaccine was, and then that infected people with SV40. Is there a correlating or a corresponding rise in cancer among the time where they were doing that?
I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know how well studied it's been.
So why do we think that it causes cancer?
Oh, because we know it does. We can see that it transforms cells and they become cancerous.
Oh, so in a lab scenario? But what about with humans? Do we know that it does it with humans?
We know that it transforms human cells. I believe that is a fair statement.
And at the very least, your position is that it's absolutely not what they tested.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. The SV40 thing is alarming. The simple fact that they tested a different product than they injected into people, that's where the fraud is.
Was it because it was a rush to mass produce?
I mean,
what do you think? Why would the decisions be made to do it a different way?
Well, I mean, I think the obvious reason is because in the one case you get a much purer product, which is much more likely to get through the safety testing, and in the other case you get the rapid expansion of production. But that's fraud, right?
Yeah.
You tested a different product.
Oy.
Yeah.
Oy. And the one you tested didn't work.
Well, yeah.
Even the first one sucked.
Yeah, it didn't.
It's amazing how many people defend it. They will defend it just like they defend the fucking flying spaghetti monster, whatever it is. They'll defend it. It becomes a part of their religion.
Yes.
They'll still tell you it saved millions of lives. Like, how do you know that? Like, how do you know if it didn't work? Like, if it really didn't work, like, if you still got COVID and you got it real bad, like, how do you know it did anything good? How do we really know that it did anything good to anybody?
We don't.
Right, but that narrative is really hard for people to swallow. So they keep saying it saved millions of lives. Like, I wish that was true.
Saved millions of lives in a computer model.
But isn't that computer model dependent upon it not causing infection and not causing transmission?
The computer model is pure garbage. For one thing, the fact that it's a computer model in the first place means that you cannot test the hypothesis that it saved or didn't save lives.
Right.
You could potentially run a computer model and you could generate a hypothesis that you would then need to go test with real-world data. You don't get to tell us that it saved millions of lives based on the fact that your computer spit out that number. I'm sorry, that's not how that works.
Here's one reason why they have to keep belittling ivermectin. Imagine if we get to a position where AI can do definitive breakdowns of the